Right now at 10, Governor Evers celebrates a state record involving Lincoln Elementary.
And La Crosse Common Council finalizes the working group for city administrator.
Plus, exhibits on women's voting rights are revealed in La Crosse.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. President-elect Donald Trump making more cabinet moves. He's reportedly going to nominate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to serve as Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services. He would be in charge of everything from vaccines to food safety. His nomination is expected to draw blowback from both sides of the aisle.
We're now hearing from Wisconsin senators about Matt Gaetz for Attorney General. Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin wants to see the House Ethics Report on Gaetz's possible sex trafficking offenses. On X, Baldwin said, "We have a responsibility as senators to confirm those who are qualified for their posts and reject those who are not."
Senator Ron Johnson says he will likely support the nomination. In an interview with ABC News, he said, "I'm not aware of the details of what he's being investigated for. My guess he's claiming he's innocent, and my guess would also be if he's not innocent, the guy wouldn't want to go through the confirmation process."
Yeah, we had cloud cover, low cloud cover overhead most of the day, and tonight's going to be a similar type of story. The good news with that, it does keep the temperatures up overnight. So as you wake up, it's more in the upper 30s, low 40s, pretty mild for this time of year. Clouds will begin to break up that low clouds as we get later in the morning, getting up to almost 50 degrees at La Crosse for that light south-southwest wind. Same story for Eau Claire. The clouds will begin to break up around the morning commute, and better shot if you go further west. We'll get up to about 50 degrees with light winds too. So all in all, not too bad of a conditions. There's our temperatures for today, above average all around. We should be more in the low to mid 40s, so a common theme we've seen out this week. The cloud cover can't really see there. It's low cloud, so it's going to show up in a dull gray there as we kind of zoom out. It's hard to see it, but it's overhead. The system we're kind of monitoring for the weekend that could provide, there is a little bit image right there at the beginning, you can see it. That's the system we're monitoring for the weekend. That northern piece right there, that is what's coming through the weekend, as I mentioned. There's a southern piece that will go into the southwest part of the U.S. that you can't see on the map. That is for what's going to be going on somewhat next week. So we'll kind of plan out and look out the windy conditions this weekend, while the winds look like, the mild conditions, how long they'll last, and give you a little glimpse of what's coming up next week a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, Governor Tony Evers visited Lincoln Elementary School today. He is celebrating the two referendums that passed in the Alma Center School District. One was to maintain existing programs, and the other was an expansion plan to include space for childcare. The district superintendent says those referendums are a solution to a long-term problem.
You know, do I love the fact that a lot of school districts passed referendum? Heck yes. Do I love the idea that they have to go to referendum every 2 or 3 years to keep the doors open? No. That's an issue that the legislature has to take up.
Wisconsin school districts saw 169 referendums pass this election season. That sets a new state record.
A new child care option is coming to La Crosse. The YWCA will offer care for nearly 60 children next year at the Hillview Health Center's new daycare. It will be a part of Hillview's Intergenerational Center, offering care to both children and adults with dementia. The YWCA's director says they want to give families in La Crosse more options.
We really want to focus on making sure we have quality care for employees, and then also families that get child care subsidies so that they have an opportunity of another place that they could choose.
Northwood said childcare prices will remain in the affordable range. The center is expected to open in December of 2025 when renovations are complete.
Well, a busy night for La Crosse's Common Council. Several projects reaching the finish line. That includes the rezoning of the Reach Center, which offers services on things like housing and domestic violence. The approval tonight allows the center to create dental office space for Scenic Bluffs Health Center. The center sits in a traditional neighborhood, and the proposal had gotten mixed reviews from residents over the last several months.
Common Council also passed a new trespassing law to city parking areas. It says the public can only park their car or walk through those areas. It is designed to stop illegal activities such as vandalism, drug use, and illegal camping.
The council has finalized a city administrator working group. 5 council members will now work to gather public opinion on the idea of adding a city administrator position. The council will not vote on creating that job until next year.
And the city greenlit the sale of the old Fire Station 4 building to retired firefighter Jeff Murphy. Murphy and his wife will buy it for $32,000. They'll live on the first floor and convert the second floor to a 1-bedroom apartment for rent. Dairyland Power Cooperative is getting $28 million for clean energy projects. The federal government awarded them the money to build 3 battery storage facilities, and one of those facilities will be in Monroe County. Those batteries can provide reliable electricity for at least 10 hours. Dairyland officials say they'll be an important part of the overall transition into clean energy. It's 2 weeks to the start of the holiday season, and health officials want to remind you it also takes about 2 weeks for flu shots to become effective after receiving them. So if you want to be protected for the holidays, experts say it's time to roll up the sleeves.
There's almost nobody that shouldn't get an influenza vaccine. We start at age 6 months and do it all the way up until 110.
Beam says getting the vaccine can prevent the flu and lower its severity if you do get sick. Aspirus Health is planning to put a new hospital in Chippewa Falls and could open in as little as 18 months. Aspirus is working with officials to find a site with easy access to Highway 29. This move follows the closure of HSHS hospitals in the Chippewa Valley last March. The DNR is reminding people to check their tree stands this hunting season. More than 6,000 accidental tree stand injuries occur in the U.S. every year. The number of unreported falls is likely even higher. Officials say it's important to check the tree stand itself every year, as wood can rot, tree steps snap, and hunters can easily slip. Some safety precautions include wearing a harness, having a safety line, and inspecting all equipment before use.
We've done some surveys with hunters in Wisconsin, and what we've learned is approximately 1/4, so 25% of archery hunters in Wisconsin have at some time in the past either had a fall from a tree stand or had a near fall from a tree stand.
He also encourages hunters to have a backup plan in case something happens. Plus, it's important to carry a cell phone and let others know where you'll be. The La Crosse Area Heritage Center unveiled 2 new exhibits today focusing on women's voting rights. The first exhibit is titled "We Stand on Their Shoulders." It highlights the stories of women who have fought for their right to vote. The second is "A Century of Advocacy," showcasing the long history of the League of Women Voters in the La Crosse area.
I think sometimes we forget about the past very quickly, that white women have had the right to vote since 1920. Like, that is not that long ago. We need to celebrate these accomplishments and remember how far we've come and keep going forward.
Both exhibits are open to the public. They'll be available through December 21st. Crews in New York and New Jersey are battling the deadly Jennings Creek wildfire. The latest on this disaster striking that region.
Hardee's warm, melty cinnamon raisin biscuits are back to sweeten your holidays. And because you asked, this season they're served all day long. Unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped families get ready for Thanksgiving for generations. So as you prep for hosting, baking, and holiday travel, shop unbeatable deals on supplies to help you savor the season. Like 1-pound bags of pecan halves or pieces, just $6.99. This West Bend Versatility Cooker with tote, $29.99. 3 gallons of picnic turkey frying oil, only $39.99. Plus $100 instant savings on this 10-amp-hour DeWalt tool battery. Everything you need for Turkey Day for less. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Figured you want your usual.
Thank you. You know me too well.
Enjoy your pie.
For last-minute gifts, the people you hold dear, and everyone on your list. Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000.
Great minds.
With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local Wisconsin Lottery retailer.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Hardee's original bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $6.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $6.99 original bag, only at Hardee's.
Crews across New York and New Jersey are working together to contain the deadly Jennings Creek wildfire. Thousands of acres have burned, and firefighters are attacking the blaze from the ground and sky.
This is just the latest in the string of natural disasters to strike this community this year. Lee Waldman reports.
A wall of fire, the air thick with smoke. Maureen and Essler Van Houten say they're ready to go if the Jennings Creek wildfire gets as close to their home again as it did on Sunday.
Very, very scary, almost surreal.
To be honest with you, we're ready to go now.
Just up the street on Cliff Road, where the sound of wood chippers and chainsaws cutting broken trees is constant, all 12 homes, including John Townsend and his wife Riley Kellogg, evacuated.
When we evacuated on Sunday, we didn't know if we were coming back to a home or not.
Further towards the town of Greenwood Lake, New York, a controlled burn alongside the road aims to limit the fire's spread. Overhead helicopters attack the fire from the sky.
As crews work to get the Jennings Creek wildfire under control for people living in the heart of it, they say this is just the latest natural disaster in their own backyards. For some, it's raising the question as to what role climate change may have.
I think that the disasters that we've been experiencing, I hope that they really bring home to people what's going on a global scale.
Kellogg pointed out a home destroyed by a microburst in May and the severe drought conditions with no end in sight.
Our actions and our connections and what we do in our governments, how all of this has an effect on our lives directly.
Mayor Tom Howley says Greenwood Lake is not used to contending with fires of this magnitude.
We get snow, we get rain, we get fires, but we don't really get extremes. This is the most extreme I've seen.
He says he'll push for more mitigation once the current crisis is contained.
Getting ahead of the game in the future might be a point that's brought up, and it'll probably be brought up by me.
In Greenwood Lake, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
More than a quarter of the Northeast is experiencing severe or worse drought conditions.
While scientists are less confident on climate change's general effect on severe thunderstorms, they're more confident it's driving the unusually warm temperatures that are behind such an exceptional drought.
Still ahead, a major recall.
Adult bed rails are being pulled from stores.
And our mild stretch of weather will continue through the weekend, but we do have a little bit of some concern for the weekend regarding winds, and then we have some big changes coming up next week. We'll kind of time out the winds and then show you what the changes are for next week. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Taco John's queso is so good you could drink it. But why drink it when there's a whole menu to dip and drizzle with this creamy 3-cheese and hatch chili blend? Forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover, only at Taco John's.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is there to help you power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
FlexSteel, furniture for living, furniture for life. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
Hurry, we're gonna be late.
nice smile.
Guess who's home? Okay, everyone smile.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. It's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Starting at $13.99.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
More than 200,000 adult bed rails are being recalled because they pose a serious risk of entrapment and suffocation.
Yeah, the recall comes after a person died when they became trapped between the mattress and the bed rail. The bed rails were manufactured by Medical King.
The recall includes the Bed Assist rail with adjustable heights and the Bed Assist rail without legs. You should stop using the product immediately.
Well, some pretty calm, mild conditions throughout the day. Could that be the same for Friday?
Hoping
Let's
that's the
hope
case.
so.
Let's have a good Friday, Greg.
I mean, how many good Fridays have we had for Friday and Friday night football? It's pretty much been nonstop, so that will continue tomorrow too. Overall, here's a system that's beginning to push east with the low clouds. You kind of see that shade right there during the daytime. That's the low clouds that are overhead. Here's a system that's going to be for the weekend, not much here. And then for next week, it's still taking shape, but it's going to be in the southwest part of the U.S. for the time being. That is going to be what we're going to see by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday, at least a piece of that too. So overall, we're going to have it more active, but for the time being, just come cloud cover really through tomorrow morning. Otherwise, mild tomorrow, more sunshine in the afternoon. Then as we get breezy conditions for Saturday, still cloud cover and still mild, and these breezy conditions may at some areas continue on Sunday. But overall, I think there'll be less clouds going on Sunday. All in all, still mild conditions and dry for the most part all the way through about early Monday. So after that, we'll see some changes. The low cloud deck, quite extensive right here, will be to the east of really the area. You'll start seeing a little bit of a break as we get closer to tomorrow morning, especially west of the river. By the time for the morning commute, you'll start seeing a few breaks west of the river or along the river. East, that continued deck sits there for a while. And eventually, over time, it gets less and less as we get towards noon, but this time of year it takes a little bit longer to get rid of some of this low clouds. It's not fog, it's just a low cloud that sticks around. There's your temperatures. We'll see more sun in the afternoon, getting back up into the 50s, maybe a degree or two warmer than we had today, about 10 degrees above average, so once again very mild. Then as we go into Saturday, the wind will be the story. Breezy conditions. We'll have more clouds out there, more high clouds than actually low clouds that we've had today, but still getting up to the low to mid 50s because we're going to start off once again fairly mild in the low 40s for Saturday. We're speaking of that system, really the warm front kind of lifts north tomorrow night, so Friday night you'll see more clouds going into Saturday. Saturday, as the front gets closer, we'll have to keep an eye. There might be a little bit of a moisture. You saw that, a little bit of moisture getting pulled northward Saturday evening, so if there is an opportunity for a shower, it would be Saturday evening and better shot as you go further north, but most of the area will stay dry. That chance is very low. But notice the winds ahead of this, pretty strong, and they actually will pick up as we go towards Saturday evening and Saturday night before the front comes through, probably early Sunday. Less of a wind on Sunday, still some clouds, but no, not much of a temperature difference between the two. Wind speeds when you wake up Saturday will be already in that 15, potentially a little higher by 10 a.m., especially further west you go. As we go in the afternoon and evening, it increases a little bit, especially west and northeast Iowa. You can see some of the shades go a little bit into the red, so we're talking maybe above 20 at times. So any outdoor plans through Saturday evening, you might have to contend with some gusty winds out of the south at times. Overall cloud cover, still mild conditions, but I think the wind will be the one story. Precipitation now going into next week. We talked about that system in the southwest. That first one comes up by Monday night, Tuesday. That looks to be the wettest period that we have. Steady to light to moderate rain potential. So we could see during that time frame going into Tuesday 1 to 1.5 inches of rain, really a wet period. Now after that, it gets a little bit uncertain, but there is some threat as we go to next Thursday and Friday with the north wind. We might have an opportunity for some snow. It's a slight chance for some heavy snow. We have to keep an eye more on the lake effect, But I think more confidence is that we're going to have some windy conditions at times, and that's why there's a bigger threat for that. And that would be from Thursday, Friday, maybe even extending to next Saturday. So we got some issues. In the meantime, we still got some mild conditions, minus the wind on Saturday, a lot of 50s out there, and then things get more interesting. More confident that Monday night through Tuesday could be a complete washout with some good amounts of rain. It's a little bit less uncertain as we go beyond that, including temperatures and precipitation type 2. So a lot to enjoy here for at least a few more days, but then I think we're going to get back to reality.
We might have issues, is what you said back there.
Well, you know, we'll get back to reality, I think, come next week. But enjoy the conditions through the weekend. Still a lot of 50s.
That's reality next week. Okay.
Yeah, that's more where we should be.
Oh,
So
okay.
the 50s are not where we
Let's
should be.
live in La La Land a little
Yes.
bit longer. Okay.
Greg, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the V-Hawks look to keep rolling in the conference tournament. Plus, a rough start for the UWL wrestling team tonight. Could they complete a comeback? Jacob is next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale in living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. Take an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years. Plus, all Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture ends Friday.
At Rank Seed, we expect excellence in every seed, superior genetics, state-of-the-art processing facilities, and extensive testing for proper placement. Let us help you find the right seed for your growing conditions. Rank Seed, results since 1846.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Enjoy an early morning with a sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, get 2 for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Improving your home, improving your life with new windows. If you are tired of old windows that don't open or close properly, that are drafty and cold, that are rotting and falling apart, your life can be better. Enjoy comfort, convenience, and peace of mind with new windows. Feel good when your home looks great inside and out. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store, 524 Copeland, La Crosse.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year. We are professional grade. GMC.
Celebrate the season at Home Seasonal Concepts. Enjoy 50% off the merriest selection of trees, wreaths, garland, and all your festive holiday decor needs. 'Tis the season to sparkle and celebrate. Shop holiday at Home Seasonal Concepts inside all home furniture showrooms.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the Viterbo volleyball team was looking to punch their ticket to the CCAC Tournament Championship, facing off with the reigning winners of the tournament, St. Ambrose. V-Hawks looking to improve to 16-0 against league opponents this season. Jada Mitchell was on fire early, rising up and throwing the hammer down to go up 6. Later, same play, same result. Why not? Mitchell slams it to the hardwood. And then check this out. Look at the curve by Mia Quist on the serve. That one is an ace on the stat sheet. Then the hometown kid gets in on the fun. Former Holman Viking Izzy Jar throwing it down, and the V-Hawks are rolling. And on set point, it's the defense coming up big. Martina McGrath puts up the hands and bats it down. Viterbo makes quick work of the Bees, and they'll play for a Chicagoland Conference crown on Saturday. Across town to the mat we go as number 3 UWL hosting number 11 College of New Jersey. Rough start for UWL here at 125. It's Matt Griffin getting the takedown. He go on to win 8-6 via decision. In the 141 weight class, more good work from the visitors. Sam Koch controls the match and picks up the victory. TCNJ up 15-0 at one point, but there's a reason UWL is one of the top teams in the nation. It's the freshman Tanner Gerber at 157 looking to shift the momentum. He would get the 3 near falls in a row and get UWL on the board. And the match of the night, number 2 in the country versus number 1, Nicholas Sacco versus Tyler Goebel. And check out the reversal by Goebel with time winding down. UWL's senior would squeak by with a late point, and the Eagles complete the comeback, winning 20-15. Well, continuing our coverage of area teams still alive in the fall sports postseason hunt, the UWL women's soccer team loaded the buses today en route to St. Louis as their NCAA national tournament run begins on Saturday. It's the 4th consecutive season that the Eagles have made it to the big dance, and this year's team is no stranger to the competition as the roster has 12 seniors. The last UWL lacrosse loss came 48 days ago. At that point, the team had dropped their 3rd straight match, and the season could have came off the rails, but the ladies hunkered down and turned up the intensity.
We went into those games not really believing in ourselves fully and completely, and I think after that we could have gone 2 ways. One, we could have continued with that bad mentality, but we turned it around, battled harder at practice, battled harder in games, and knew that if we really want to achieve our biggest goals, that we're just going to really have to buckle down and work harder.
And there's a standard around the UWL women's soccer program to make it to this point in the season, but from here, you have to bring your best.
We're really, really fortunate. It is kind of an expectation at this point just to play our best, and this is kind of the time of the year where we really show up and we do realize like every single game is our last, so we play it like every game is our last.
Every game in the NCAA tournament is just as more difficult than the last one, and our kids know that going in, that they're going to have to bring their best to give us a chance, and then even with our best, we're still going to have to get lucky a little bit.
The Eagles will take on Simpson College, who they knocked out in the 2nd round last year, that one beginning Saturday at 8 o'clock. And in case anyone was wondering, need a reminder, 3 area teams still remain in the hunt for a gold ball for prep football. Logan is facing Notre Dame at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. Aquinas has Racine St. Catherine's at Madison La Follette High School. And Prairie du Chien will face Stratford from Wisconsin Dells. We'll have all those highlights for you tomorrow at 10. And for those uniform junkies out there, the Bucks releasing their 2024-25 City Edition jerseys today. Milwaukee means gathering place by the water, so the team goes with the blue coloring once again, and it displays the border of Wisconsin across the chest. They will debut those jerseys on November 23rd against the Hornets at Pfizer Forum. I know you guys not a huge fan of the jerseys. We don't have to talk about it. So I'm excited to talk about the football tomorrow, and I know those kids are not going to get much sleep tonight getting ready and get excited for that game.
Absolutely. I mean, because you get one step closer to Madison, and all these games like the last few weeks have been nail-biters, really like final possession games, so it's kind of been a magical ride from the get-go.
Yeah, it's like Christmas Eve in November, so looking forward to seeing how they all do. We'll be at all 3 games, so should be fun. Make sure you check back in with us tomorrow for that.
All right. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric, Where Have You Been All My Life Black Friday event. But don't wait. It's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide Black Friday event.
The holidays, and holiday trips, and holiday toys, and holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The Battle by the Border Preseason National Wrestling Championship will feature top wrestlers from throughout the U.S. in 5 competitive divisions, November 15th and 16th at the Lacrosse Center. Celebrate the centenary of the first performance of a true American classic, George Gershwin's Amazing Rhapsody in Blue, November 16th at the Viterbo Fine Arts Center.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
At Sealands Carpetland, we know how hard your family can be in your home. Relax. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners that can create a home. It lasts a lifetime. Our flooring from Sealands is perfect for muddy feet
and
waterborne fights. At Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley, let us help you find the perfect flooring because our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley, there's no way my husband's snoring is going to keep me awake now Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley, you can get 0% interest for 72 months Black Friday event.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A young street performer is captivating towns and hearts, all while riding around on a bicycle.
Yeah, get this. Chloe Aston, better known as the Piano Bike Girl, has been using this special tricycle with a piano attached to it to perform for crowds around England.
It's a side hustle she began at the age of 14, starting with a guitar. When her fingers began to hurt, her father came up with the idea for a piano bike so his daughter could continue sharing her musical gift.
Up to me to ask for photos and to go, oh, is that a real piano? Will it actually work? And I go, yeah, and I turn it on and I play them something. It makes me feel really great just to know that people are enjoying it, and me playing music is making people want to watch.
Now 20 years old, Chloe has played in more than 100 towns and cities across the UK.
That's quite a skill.
This makes more sense now. It's like a traveling piano. She's not necessarily playing while she's biking. That's what I thought.
Not while biking.
That's what I thought at first. That's talent right there.
She probably could, though.
Yeah, she probably could.
Well done, Chloe.
Yeah, doing
Fantastic.
this for 6 years now, drawing a crowd.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. All right, Greg, we'll have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in.
Trade it in!
The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in.
Trade it in!
If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in.
Trade it in!
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no-interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
Trade it in!
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with this great offer on the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, outstanding acceleration and handling with cargo, and a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty.
Gear up this hunting season with Johnson Tractor and get 0% APR for 54 months or up to a $2,000 cash rebate on select Kubota Sidekick RTVs. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Pumpkin pie Wurzel.
Wow, this is good. What's it called? A Whizzle?
Espresso Wurzel.
Thank you. Tastes just like a coffee shop. I love Wurzies.
Door County Cherry Wurzel.
Yum! These whirlies are amazing.
Did someone order a dill pickle Wurzel?
That's mine. It's a Wurzel. Delicious.
Hey, Dominic here to tell you about our great Wisconsin-made gifts for every occasion. T-shirts for birthdays, cookbooks for showers, aprons for Mother's Day, hats for Father's Day, gift boxes for weddings and thank you gifts, And for Christmas or any other celebration, we have mini cinnamon bears. They even smell like pleasing. Get your gifts at our outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
All right, mild for through the weekend. Note the winds on Saturday. Minus that, it's going to be mild, and then things get more interesting as we go next week with potential for rain, maybe even a little snow. News 8000. We got a 2:30 hit on there you can watch that explains everything that goes on next week.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow.